he is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the 5. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. 2 shots. That free throw missing.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
And Scott Brooks, even when the Thunder were really a young team, was pretty open to getting input from his players, and they liked it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's a collaborative style, and really a credit to Scott Brooks that he's secure enough with himself to allow his players to have that input, to engage in his players and keeping them invested. It's not easy for coaches to do when they're expected to always be in control and have the answers. And he's got some great team leaders, too, so it's a nice fit for that collaborative style.
Shots good by Durant. And Steve, this game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 in total, Clark. So this has been a great game. Both teams playing hard and really competing out there. Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he can yet peak as a player. It's scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age, Clark, and was a star so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or two away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical, emotional, and mental come together at that peak point of performance. His best seasons are still in front of him, and he's had some pretty good ones behind him to this point.
Hardaway Jr. checked in for Jose Calderon. And one of the trademarks of the many best point guards in the league, their ability to score in addition to distribute. So here now, a look at the top scoring point guards this season. Russell Westbrook, #1.
And you just can't say enough about the value of a player like him who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Yeah, you know, you're right. For him to be providing the individual scoring he has, as well as keeping all his teammates so involved in the offense, that's a hard job, and it's an ideal combination for a point guard.
On to Hardaway. The wide open look here for Anthony. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Adams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You know, that's a problem he has. Not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. Hardaway for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot.
Oh,
Look out!
Watch out below. Wow. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad. but it's on the good side for Russ. He doesn't like anybody he's playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks.
Enes Kanter, originally from Turkey, some real promise offensively. Scores well on that left block, and he does a nice job on the offensive boards as well. At times, he's even shown the ability to step out and space the floor. It'll be interesting to see how his game develops.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Kicks it out to Bargnani. Galloway. He's covered by Zingler. Here's Anthony. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Here's Zingler. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Smith outside. It's Anthony with the drive. Bargnani dishes to Carmelo. Back to Bargnani.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Shooting for New York.
You know, Bargnani, generally a pretty reserved guy overall, tends to go about his business, but there were moments last year where he got teed up for talking trash, so he's got some fire in him.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Thunder. Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Bargnani's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Anthony. .107 left in the third quarter of the game. New York moving the ball around. Knocked away. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Anthony's got 15 points in just the second half. And I remember that play you were talking about with Bargnani, Clark. He got into it with Kevin Garnett of all people and got the tech in the process. You know, he definitely will play with fire at times.
And, you know, to get a tech talking to KG of all people, who was a known trash talker and one of the best in the history of the league, people see Bargnani and think he just loafs around for stretches and is nonchalant, but I think there's a fire inside of that guy that the Knicks would like to see more often.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
He's not doing them any favors making those